Where can you find iconic handbag styles from some of the most talented new designers? At baglady.com, they have women's handbags from totes to crossbody bags, shoulder bags, wallets, wristlets, and backpacks too. Stylish hand-selected bags in vegan leather, canvas, and crocodile prints. Get 10% off right now using the exclusive Nicole's View 10 discount code. Go to baglady.com, that's bag, B-A-G, lady, L-A-Y-D.com for beautiful bags and affordable prices. Baglady.com, details in the description box. Make sure to stop by the website BlackArtTees, only on Etsy.com. 100% black and female owned. We proudly create uniquely beautiful natural hair art t-shirts and African-inspired products. We don't do cookie cutter. Want the same old, same old? We ain't the one. Want to stand up and stand out while doing it? Let BlackArtTees be your voice to tell the world that you are black and unapologetically. So, be bold, be fierce, be you, naturally. Be heard without saying a word. Make sure to stop by the website BlackArtTees, only on Etsy.com. Details in the description box. Check out the book Grandaddy by author Cavis Adams. Grandaddy is a close-up view into the distant past and back again, a stream of generational consciousness that slows to show the story of a lone black family in white America, from the fiery era of sharecropping in the South to the deathly cold industry of the modern North. The reader will migrate in heart and mind along the span of 3 generations, finding ourselves finally close to how we came to be today. As lived by a lone family torn between time and place, this book tells the closer story of a greater reality, that of the Great Black Migrations, from a racially segregated South up to the equally fragmented northern states, and what was lost by a people along the way. Make sure to check out the book Grandaddy. Details in the description box.
Survivor of sexual assault. Mine happened on a college campus during my junior year.
First, Madison Campbell was filled with shame and guilt. Then she was pushed to action. Now she's the creator of the MeToo kit.
We want to be able to give privacy back to survivors.
This 23-year-old CEO is developing a do-it-yourself rape kit. So if survivors don't feel comfortable going to the hospital, they can collect DNA evidence after a sex assault right in their own home. Campbell granted her first TV interview about the kit to Pix 11.
That material can stand up, hopefully, eventually in a court of law.
The kit is still in the development phase, but Campbell says it would include DNA swabs,
as well as a way for you to put all the clothes that you were wearing from that night, because there can be trace DNA on there.
But her startup just ran into a roadblock.
And we were kind of surprised.
We don't know the quality of the kit. We don't know whether or not the kit is admissible in court. And lastly, individuals can get these services free.
New York Attorney General Letitia James sent a cease and desist letter to Campbell and the creator of another do-it-yourself rape kit this week. And John Jay College biology professor Nathan Lentz says when it comes to DNA,
it's very easy to contaminate samples with a variety of artifacts in your home and even your own DNA as well.
Still, this young entrepreneur has no plans to scale back.
Being a sexual assault survivor, I don't care if every single day I get death threats, I get backlash. I will continue fighting.
Hey guys, it's Nicole here, back on this, might as well say, Tuesday morning. I hope you guys are all doing good out there, and welcome back to Nicole's View. So, you know, I was actually on Twitter and I saw this come across my news feed, and I just looked at it and I said, oh my God. I was actually in bed about to go to sleep, and I just couldn't sleep, and I saw that, and I said, this is madness. This is crazy. First and foremost, anyone who has been sexually assaulted, we have to teach folks to go to the nearest hospital ASAP, as soon as you can. We have to teach people that. We have to teach young people that, everybody that. Save any type of evidence you may have, unless you're forced to take a shower or something insane. If you're in like some insane situation where you just can't, I know that's hard to do, but if you're not in some situation where you're not being forced to clean up afterwards, please find the nearest hospital and give authorities, people at the hospital, that information, so that person can hopefully be dealt with, okay? But on the flip side of that, you have here this 23-year-old young white woman out of Manhattan somewhere, and she said that while she was in college, she was sexually assaulted during her junior year, I think she said in that piece. You know, it's horrible. I'm not going to dismiss that. If true, it is very horrible. No one deserves to be raped or sexually assaulted in any shape, form, anyway, okay? I'm not down for that. I'm not supporting that. But I'm not supporting this either. This is a horrific idea waiting to happen. So far, there have been attorney generals that have said, no, we're not doing this. And I hope that remains that way. This right here is like the MeToo Mafia Phase 2, okay? And to me, it looks like a money grab. She can say all day, you know, I was assaulted, XYZ. Everything about this is so wrong. Everything about it. I mean, just seeing this sent a shiver down my spine. Can you imagine vindictive, angry, bitter broads? Let's say the man left him, broke up with him, just, you know, left him. And they got so angry. And all she has to do is say, you know what? I'll fix that. Da-da-da-da-da. Let me get online. Let me order my do-it-yourself rape kit. Let's say she and that man, she and that guy just had sex. All she has to do is go swab herself, save any DNA that may be on her from him, put it together, and save it and take it to the... No. You do that and you take it to the nearest hospital and let a nurse examine you. Let a doctor examine you. This is horrible. I am really hoping this does not happen. I am really hoping that these attorney generals across this damn nation does not let this shit go this far. Folks, I woke up out of bed. I mean, I wasn't asleep, but this made me get out of bed. It is going on 1 a.m. here in Texas, okay? Central Standard Time. This made me get up and get on my computer. Folks, I gotta pack up this apartment all day tomorrow because we're gonna be moving. And I said, oh, hell no. Hell no. So I found this article from BuzzFeed News, and it says a 23-year-old MeToo do-it-yourself rape kit founder says she'll fight law enforcement's demands that she stop advertising. So little Miss Becky here is saying, F y'all, I'm still going to advertise it. I'm still going to sell it. Now, are they going to put her in jail for this? Is she going to be brought up on charges for this when they're telling her to stop this? Several attorney generals have slammed the makers of DIY rape kits, saying they are profiting from misleading sexual assault survivors and depriving them of justice. And not only that, we have to see if that person's story is legit against somebody. New York attorneys general sent the founders of two do-it-yourself rape kits cease and desist letters on Wednesday. I believe this was actually last week, but I'm just, now seeing it. With the companies responding that they will fight back against accusations that they are profiting by misleading sexual assault survivors. Letitia James, who became New York's top law enforcement official this year, directed the makers of the MeToo kit and Preserve kit to stop advertising and selling their sexual assault evidence kits for at-home use after widespread concerns from law enforcement, sexual assault advocacy groups, and medical professionals. James joins Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel, who in late August also ordered MeToo kit to cease and desist. Yes, I am deeply concerned about companies selling kits that deter individuals from seeking professional care and purport to collect evidence without knowing whether the evidence will be admissible in court, James said in a statement. We must ensure that all survivors of sexual assault are not misled and that justice is served, and that the fact we have to make sure that the person who is being accused, I don't like how they just leave that out just casually, that the person that is being accused is getting a fair chance. It's not being set up. You have to know both sides. Since Brooklyn-based company MeToo Kit launched its website claiming to have designed the first at-home kit for commercial use, attorneys general in Virginia and North Carolina, along with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, have also issued warnings against using self-administered evidence collection kits after sexual assaults. But those warnings and cease and desist demands have not deterred the 23-year-old founder of MeToo Kit, Madison Campbell, from moving ahead with developing the DIY rape kit. And as you saw in the video, I believe in this so much that I am willing to fight. Campbell told BuzzFeed News Thursday, I will never stop fighting, and if that requires legislation to change, then I will stand up in court and I will make survivors have the right to take control of their own body. The attorneys general slammed the MeToo kit for advertising several dangerous and misleading claims on its website, including the kit's ability to help sexual assault survivors collect forensic evidence that may be admissible in a court of law, and that the kit would act as a hopeful deterrent to sexual assault or assault. Campbell responded to the criticism, saying she has no idea if the kit will live up to the claims advertised on her company's website because the kit has not yet been made and is in very early stages of development. To be fair, we haven't even made the kit, so we can't make any claims, Campbell said. Then why do you have it on your website that it's going to do all this magical shit? Okay? Every claim that we make is something that we think might be able to happen, but we have no idea because it has not happened. But we're very clear when we say it could be. She said that the website launched less than 2 months ago. So she's been advertising this for 2 months. And was not meant for consumers and was targeted at potential investors. She hopes to launch the product early next year. We had no idea it would explode like this, she said. Yeah, you knew. You knew we live in this lynch mob Me Too era. and she's taking advantage of it. Swab the areas indicated in the instructions. Look at this. Spit into the provided container and seal all the collections as well as clothing articles in the packaging provide. Several attorneys general pointed out that their states offered evidence collection kits and forensic examinations free of charge to sexual assault survivors. It is unconscionable that this company is suggesting that victims pay for a kit that likely won't help bring a rapist to justice, North Carolina Attorney General Josh Stein said in a statement last week. Exactly. She's making money off of this. This company is shamelessly trying to take financial advantage of the MeToo movement by luring victims into thinking that an at-home do-it-yourself sexual assault kit will stand up in court. Nestle said in a statement, "Nothing could be further from the truth." Nestle added that evidence collected by a do-it-yourself kit would not provide the necessary chain of custody. The attorneys general also slammed the makers of the DIY kits for preventing sexual assault survivors from getting necessary health care services they need following an assault and for likely undermining the work of law enforcement agencies. Your advertisements do a grave disservice to survivors of sexual assault, James said in the cease and desist letters to the companies. Campbell said that she wants to work with all the attorneys general to address the needs of those sexual assault survivors who don't want to use traditional systems of reporting sexual assault out of shame, fear, embarrassment, and stigma. Campbell, who says she is a sexual assault survivor herself, is not going to stop any of the work we're doing. I believe it should be a right to survivors to take evidence after they've been sexually assaulted, she said. While Campbell's commercial rape kit is still in the making, New Jersey-based company Preserve Group started selling the Preserve kit on Amazon for $29.95 last month. And it says, a self-administered sexual assault evidence collection kit. The kit is for survivors to collect evidence in the immediate aftermath of the crime if going to the police or hospital is not an option, and to use it at a later date with the judicial system. The Preserve kit, which includes swabs and evidence bags, says it is intended for survivors to collect evidence in the immediate aftermath of the crime if going to the police or hospital is not an option, and to use at a later date within the judicial system. Jane Mason, the 59-year-old founder of the Preserve Group and a former FBI agent, told BuzzFeed News that while she hasn't received the cease and desist letter from James, she will stand up for the 77% of sexual assault survivors who do not report their assault. Mason, who said she has several years of experience in evidence collection, cited the example of Congress accepting the results of the DNA analysis of or on Monica Lewinsky's blue dress, which hung in her closet for years before it was tested by authorities. So we're now saying, do you have to be a White House intern with the DNA of the President of the United States of America on your dress that's hanging in your closet before a victim will be believed? Mason said. Mason responded to the criticism that evidence collected by DIY kits would not be admissible in a court of law, saying there can be no blanket statement that none of the evidence in the Preserve kit will be admissible, because there can be no blanket statement about evidence. While Mason cannot provide the number of Preserve kits sold on Amazon, she said her sales have been impacted by the backlash to DIY kits. Amazon did not return a request for comment. Mason said she is open to talking with attorneys general to see if there's something we need to change. And that is the end of the article. There are so many things wrong with this. DNA evidence is so, you have to be very well versed, very trained. You have to know what the hell you are doing when dealing with DNA. Okay? You have to be very, very aware what you're doing. I mean, this is insanity to me. This is why folks go to school and go into the forensics field for you, so you don't have to do this. And see, like, once again, I don't want to make it seem like I'm just badgering folks who may genuinely be assault victims. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video for me is folks need to remember the other side. And a lot of these numbers that these folks spew out, 80%, 90% of assault claims are true, and that has been debunked. It's none of this crap is legitimate. None of it. And they try to say all false claims are only like 2%. That's a lie. That is an absolute lie. All it takes is for some scamming ass woman who gets mad when she doesn't get her way in a relationship, or if the relationship ended. This is all she has to do. Go to Amazon, preserve kit, MeToo kit, and say he raped me. I'll teach his ass. I'll show him. This is my concern about this. And it's funny how these articles, they're just going all around in circles talking about, you know, it does a disservice to survivors. And yes, it does. This, that, and the third. But they're not talking about the lives that it can possibly ruin from vindictive, evil, shameless, low-down, disgusting rats who have agendas. And that is what I am talking about. I'm all for folks who have been genuinely assaulted to get that justice, to get that help, to preserve whatever evidence they have. Leave this to the professionals, okay? Stop trying to make a buck off of this. This is what I'm saying, and this is why I've said many times prior that this Me Too movement, mafia, whatever it is, it should have ended a long time ago. Nothing about it now is legit. Maybe when it first came out, maybe it was genuine. But now what we've seen over the last few years, we know it's an agenda. And to me, I'll get even deeper with you. I think stuff like this is another way for people to be very paranoid and not want to date people and not want to, you know, have sex with people. I think this is what this is also going to lead towards. I think this is one of the many ways that they are trying to help with the numbers. Men see this, straight heterosexual men see this and be like, whoa, who may not even be like that. They'll see something like this and be like, oh, man, I'm better off being by myself. I'm better off enjoying myself. Right hand, left hand, some porno videos on the computer. This is scary. Man, if you're a man out there, man, do I feel sorry for y'all. I feel sorry for y'all. Because this shit is scary. I feel sorry for my son. And he's only 5. I truly believe it's deeper than just this. I think there are many things at play here. I think this is a way to scare men from even wanting to have sex, even wanting to be with a woman. I think there are many things going on here. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels this way. But like I said, I'm not saying that because I think there are going to be men who, I'm not trying to protect rapists. Let me put it that way. That I'm not trying to protect. But what I am thinking about are the innocent men who can easily, even more easily be framed. I'm thinking about them. I'm thinking about how they can possibly say, you know what? Maybe this is a good idea. And we can fill up these prisons even faster. There are so many just agendas going on here. This had better not happen. I'm going to keep my eye on this because this is absolutely frightening. Leave it to the professionals. Find something else to create, is what I say. Guys, I had to get that out. It is 1:17 in the morning, and I had to get that out. That's just how important this is to me. Anyway, I'll cut it off there. Excuse me if I was kind of rambling a bit. I just seen it and I said, oh my God. Oh my God. We warned you guys. We warned you. This is what we're talking about, that trickle down. We start with the big folks, the top dogs, with your Cosbys, your Kellys, your Jacksons, and it's just going to keep going down and down, and that is the ultimate goal here. That is the ultimate goal. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Wow. Hey guys, it's Nicole here, and I thank you for your viewership. Now, do you have a business of some sort? Do you have a clothing line, a shoe line, hair line, books, music, movies, heck, your own YouTube channel you want to promote? Well, let me know. Email me at NicoleLewisForChange@gmail.com, where I offer a low monthly fee for you to run your ad on my pre-recorded videos. Also, do you just love what I do and want to show your support? Well, support me on Patreon, PayPal, Venmo, Google Pay, Cash App, basically any and everywhere. So show your support for the new Black media and all of our endeavors. Thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next video.